Hey, cozy friends, welcome back. Or if you're new here, I'm Liv. Today, we're diving into one of the most adorable aspects of Palia, plushies. Plushies are cute decorative furniture items that players can place in their homes to add a cozy, personal touch. They're modeled after various animals, creatures, and characters from the world of Palia. There are a few ways to find plushies, most of which can be earned through simple, everyday activities like bug catching, hunting, and friendship quests. Things you're probably already doing as part of your gameplay. You can also win plushies by spinning the prize wheel with coins from the Hot Pot minigame, or by cracking open lucky boxes from Zeki's Wondrous machine inside his general store. Then we have the special event plushies that you can get from things like login rewards, Twitch drops, in-game mail, or seasonal events like the Magi Market. This reoccurring festival pops up for a week each month and lets you earn tickets, complete stamp cards, and snag exclusive plushies that you won't find anywhere else. Today, we're going to explore all the plushies available right now for you to hunt, forage, and fish in Kilima Valley and Bahari Bay. Plushie hunting can take a great amount of patience, time, and teamwork, but hopefully I can share some useful tips that help you along your way. Before we head out on the hunt, let's quickly go over the different ammo types you'll be using in Palia, as choosing the right arrows and smoke bombs isn't just about making the hunt easier, it can really boost your chances of catching rare critters and collecting every plushie over time. A little bit of prep now will save you a lot of chasing later. Let's start with smoke bombs, as each type offers unique effects to aid in capturing bugs. First, we have the standard smoke bomb, which is great for catching common bugs. This sneaky smoke bomb prevents alerting nearby bugs upon impact, which are perfect for stealthy approaches in bug-dense areas. This sticky smoke bomb slows down all bugs within its area of effect, which is great against fast or erratic bugs such as the Bahari bee or the Azure Stonehopper. The last bomb variant we have is the Supreme Smoke Bomb, which guarantees a 100% catch rate upon hitting. You can easily switch between ammo types by holding your mouse button and right-clicking. Then we have our arrows, where the type of arrow you use will depend on the type of animal you're after and how efficient you want to be. I tend to stick with a mixture of fine, slowdown, and dispel arrows. The fine arrow is an improved version of the standard arrow and deals 20 damage per hit. The slowdown arrow deals slightly less damage at just 15 per hit, but they're super helpful to avoid the animal running away or escaping. Dispel arrows deal 20 damage and remove all magical abilities. You'll need to use these when hunting the Azure Chaapa, Proudhorn Sernuk, and the Blue Bristle Muujin. Now we'll quickly cover some useful tools you may want to use on your plushie hunts. Honey lures are used to attract lots of bugs to a single spot, making it much easier to catch several in one go. And it's perfect if you're farming bugs for plushies like the rainbow tip butterfly or lantern bug. Buzzy jars help you track epic bugs that are currently active somewhere on the map. You use one and the game will highlight where the rare bug is hiding and gives you a much better chance at catching it before it disappears. And if you're on the hunt for rare creatures, don't forget to use a hunter's horn. It will alert you to when a rare creature is nearby, helping you focus your search and avoid wandering around for hours. We're going to start our plushie hunt with the Sernuks in Kilima Valley, as this was my first ever plushie, and I was so excited when I finally saw it in my inventory. One of the best spots to check out is Whispering Banks. This area has a high Sernuk spawn rate, making it ideal for both farming materials and leveling up your hunting skill. I recommend heading up to the raised hills nearby, as from there you'll get a great vantage point which makes it easier to spot and take down multiple Sernuks at once. You can then simply glide down to collect all of your loot once you've cleared out all the Sernuks in that area. Now if you don't see any Sernuks around, it's highly likely another player has just come through and cleared them out. In that case, you have two options. Wait for the spawns to reset or switch to a different server. Personally, it took me about 2 hours of farming in this area before I got my first Sernuk plushie, so I definitely recommend hopping to a less crowded server when possible. too many players in one area can cause Sernuks to get spooked and run off, which only make things trickier for everyone. The spawn rate of the Sernuk plushie is extremely low. Well, so we think, and some players have reported it taking over 200 Sernuk kills to get the plushie, while others have gotten it after only a few kills. So it's really up to the plushie gods. Next, we're headed to the western side of Kilima, the area between Leafhopper Hills and Mirror Fields, as you'll find large quantities of Chaapas here, and they only require one hit with any arrow. These animals are quite fearful, and when startled they'll run for a little bit before burrowing into the dirt and disappearing. So approach choppers carefully and keep a steady aim to successfully take them down. And like with Sernuks, it will help you to find a good vantage point. Some of the slopes nearby give you a clear view to spot multiple choppers at once. You can find both the striped and spotted chopper in Kilima Valley. The striped choppers are much darker in color than the brighter spotted chopper. Striped choppers have 30 health and require 2 hits with standard arrows. In Kilima Valley, you will also find the proud horned beetle, and unlike regular bugs, these rare beetles don't spawn naturally. Instead, they will appear with about a 10% chance when you break stone, copper, or silver ore nodes anywhere in Kilima. The best part is though, you can find them at any time of day. And because these bugs only show up after mining a node, they will immediately try to flee in a straight line away from you. While they aren't super fast, they do keep moving non-stop once startled, so it's important to act quickly. Your best bet is to throw a smoke bomb right after they appear to slow them down and stop them from disappearing. Patience and quick reflexes will be your best friend when hunting this rare bug. One of the fun and exciting ways to collect plushies in Palia is through Zeki's Wondrous Machine, located inside Zeki's general store and the underground. You'll need to use your lucky coins to obtain some adorable and unique plushies that aren't found anywhere else. You earn lucky coins by purchasing items daily from Zeki's store, playing and winning the Hot Pot minigame, or you can purchase them for 10,000 coins each from the underground. Now the plushies you get are randomized, so it might take many tries to get your favorite, but that's kind of part of the charm. Collecting plushies this way adds a bit of surprise and excitement to your cozy adventure. And I'm yet to collect all the plushies from Zeki, but while recording this video, I got to add another to my collection, the Me and My Honey Bunch plush. There are some really cute plushies to obtain this way, and my personal favorites are the Mythical Fox and Flutterfox. So be sure to gather your lucky coins, give Zeki's Wondrous Machine a spin, and see which cuddly companion you'll bring home next. Now let's head to Bahari Bay, where we'll start with the Elder Sernuk. They look slightly darker than the more common Sernuk and have large antlers. I like to focus my search around flooded steppes as you tend to find herds of Sernuk here. And when it comes to taking one down, you can technically use makeshift arrows, but be prepared for a long chase if you don't have better gear. I highly recommend upgrading your bow and arrows so you're able to use fine arrows or even better, slow down arrows, as this will make the hunt much faster and less frustrating. Fine arrows are high damage and definitely the best choice for this target. A good tip is to stand at least 50 meters away from the Sernuk, as this will not trigger them to run away from you. I also recommend hunting in a party. I'm in a party with my friend Aoth during this video, and not only does it make taking them down so much easier, you'll also get more loot to share, which is a big win when hunting. And I can't believe we managed to find a Sernuk plushie when recording this video. This is only my second plushie of this type I've ever found, so I feel super lucky. When hunting for choppas in Bahari, Pulsewater Plains is a great spot to find all 3 choppas in the game. Here you'll find the Azure Chaapa, which can easily be spotted thanks to its magical bluish glow, but don't let that beauty fool you. The Azure Chaapa is clever and tricky to catch. Once alerted, the chopper creates temporary copies of itself, splitting into 1 real chopper and 3 decoys that scatter in different directions. Each copy dives under the ground just like the real one, making it difficult to tell which is which. If you chase the wrong one, poof, it's gone. To succeed, you'll need sharp reflexes and smart tracking. I recommend using Dispel arrows when targeting the Azure Chaapa. They deal high damage and disrupt the magical abilities, which can help reduce or counter its clone splitting behavior, giving you a much better shot at catching the real one. Slow down arrows are a great help too. While they won't stop the clones from running, these arrows can help you tag the correct target before it gets away. And since the Azure Chaapa is a magical creature, the Hunter's Horn is incredibly helpful. When activated, it marks magical creatures on your map, on your compass bar within a certain range. This makes tracking the Azure Chaapa and confirming its presence in the area so much easier. And consider teaming up. Having multiple players around increases your odds of hitting the correct Chaapa, and you'll benefit from shared loot and faster respawns. When it comes to hunting the magical Sernuk and Muujin, I tend to search for these at the same time, as they can be found in similar locations between Thorny Thicket and Proudhorn Pass. The Proudhorn Sernuk, also known as the teleporting deer and disco deer in chat, is a majestic creature that has a greyish white coat, black legs, and glowing light blue streaks along its body. It stands out in both looks and behavior. Now here's the tricky part. The Proudhorn Sernuk can teleport when spooked. They'll blink away in short bursts, making it a serious challenge to land consistent hits. To counter this magical vanishing act, use Dispel arrows. These powerful arrows disable their teleportation, giving you the window you need to bring them down before they blink off into the distance. The Muujin is a wolf-like creature mostly found in the northern forests of Bahari Bay. When a Muujin is startled, it will dash straight into the nearest tree and leap right inside. If you chop down that tree, the Muujin will pop back out, and sometimes there's even more than one hiding in there. It has 90 HP, so expect to use multiple fine arrows to bring it down. There are actually 3 types of Muujin in the game. The regular Muujin is the most common, and then there's the beautifully striped banded Muujin, and the rare magical blue bristle Muujin. And if a Muujin jumps into a flow tree, it will come back out as a blue bristle when you cut it down. So keep an eye out and make sure to chase them into those flow trees. In areas with lots of trees, you can actually trigger more Muujin spawns by chopping trees regularly. And Dispel arrows are a must with the blue bristle, as it will temporarily cancel the Muujin's invisibility, but only if it hasn't climbed into a tree. Once it hides again, the spell resets, so hit it fast. It is super helpful to team up when hunting Muujins, as one person can chop while the other shoots. Now let's talk about 3 adorable bug plushies you can hunt down in Bahari Bay. We have the lantern bug, the lunar fairy moth, and the garden snail. Right now, I'm set up in a great spot near flooded steps where we've dropped a honey lure. And guess what? All 3 of these bugs can spawn here. Just make sure you're paying attention to their specific spawn times. Lantern bugs only come out between 6 PM and 3 AM, and you'll find them in several spots across North Bahari, especially around flooded steps, thorny thicket, and statue garden. The lunar fairy moth also only appears between 6 PM and 3 AM, but you'll have better luck finding it in South Bahari. Areas like Pulsewater Plains and Hideaway Bluffs are perfect. And lastly, we have the garden snail, which is the easiest to track down since it can be found any time of day. They love hanging out on the beaches and coves like Beachcomber Cove, Coral Shores, and Lighthouse Lagoon. But you'll also see them in inland areas like the Statue Garden and Thorny Thicket. And now we have the infamous rainbow tip butterfly plushie. This one is a real beauty, but it's a bit of a challenge. And unlike most bugs in Palia, the rainbow tip butterfly is super rare and super fluttery, which makes catching it and getting that plushie feel so rewarding. So where to hunt? I usually focus around Pulsewater Plains. It is my go-to spot in southern Bahari Bay. This area has wide open fields, which is exactly where this butterfly likes to show up between 3 AM and 6 PM. And if I'm feeling extra thorough, I'll loop down through Hideaway Bluffs too. It's a great little route to cover more ground. and try and get there early, exactly at 3 a.m. in-game time to make the most of the spawn window. And using a buzzy jar for this one is an absolute must. It'll highlight rare bugs on your map and compass for 15 minutes, which is super handy when tracking down something as elusive as this butterfly. Make sure to run around while your buzzy jar is on and track down each of the epic bugs on the map to check if it's the butterfly. And if you manage to find one, be careful. These bugs easily scare, and be prepared to hit it fast. Once you get the first done, be ready to toss another bomb quickly. It just takes a bit of patience and practice. But I have to be honest with this one. Hunting for this plushie can feel like such a grind. And you can totally do it solo, but personally, that is not for me. The only time I've ever been successful was in a big group where we did a full-on server takeover. In the Palia community, this is called a milkshake, where players spread out to scout the map for the rainbow-tipped butterfly, and once one is spotted, everyone gathers and drops honey lures in pulse water plains to encourage more to spawn. This takes a lot of people and coordination, and it's not something that you can pull off casually. But if you can get a group together, it's a really fun and exciting way to finally snag that plushie. Now we come on to our last bug plushie, which is the garden ladybug. And you're not going to find the ladybug fluttering around like the others. Instead, this cutie has a sneaky way of showing up, and it all starts with foraging. The ladybug has about a 10% chance to spawn whenever you pick up certain plants or forageables in Bahari Bay, and you can hunt for it any time of day, which makes it a bit more flexible than some of the night-only bugs. Keep an eye out when you gather sundrop lilies, briar daisies, bright shrooms, hot drop lilies, and wild garlic. Once you pick up one of these, the garden ladybug might spawn and pop out and start making a run for it. As soon as it spawns, it will immediately bolt in a straight line. Luckily, it's not super fast, but you need to be quick with your smoke bombs. I recommend staying alert and having your bombs ready to toss the moment you see one appear. I like to do a little foraging leap through North Bahari. Places like Statue Garden and Thorny Thicket have lots of gatherables that count, and if you're lucky, you might even spawn multiple ladybugs in a short amount of time. And we can't forget our fish plushies. These are some of my favorite cozy collectibles in Palia, and they're surprisingly relaxing to hunt for. Whether you're brand new to fishing or already a seasoned angler, you've got a good shot at reeling in one of these cuties. Just bring your rod, chill by the water, and enjoy the moment. Here's what you're looking for. We have the mud minnow plushie. These guys are super common in Kilima Valley, especially in the small ponds and rivers. The yellow koi plush, which you'll also find in Kilima rivers and calm waters like the Fisherman's Lagoon. The red koi is a little bit more elusive, but I've had luck catching them in similar places to the yellow koi. Just try going out in the evening for a bit of a better chance. And lastly, we have the Kilima catfish plushie, which is a reliable favorite, and you can guarantee it will show up in rivers and ponds throughout Kilima Valley. So that's it for today, friends. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helps you on your plushie hunting adventures in Palia. Let me know down in the comments which plushies you're looking for, or show off your favorites. I'd love to hear all about your cozy collections. Until next time, happy gaming, and I'll see you in the next one.